Hi, greetings everybody. My name is Chinedu Kingsley Okazu, and I will be presenting a project overview on applying an IT innovation in the Amazon companies by developing a mobile tracking app. But before I go ahead, I'll give you guys a chance to please introduce yourself. I'm going to start with Mr. Bechem, Ara. Can you please go ahead and introduce yourself?
All right. Good morning to you guys. My name is Bechem Batera. I'm a student with the University of Maryland Global Campus, hunting a master's degree in cybersecurity management and policy.
Thank you. And Coach Olga, please.
I'm sorry. Remind me the question.
Just reintroduce yourself, please.
Oh, okay, sure. My name is Ogo. I'm an IT project manager, but I work on the healthcare side of IT project management.
Thank you. And Mr. Kelechukwu Ezebialu.
Hello guys, my name is Casey Ezebialo and I am a graduate student running a master's degree program in GIS at the Western Illinois University, and I have a very strong background in IT. Thank you guys for having me.
All right, and Mr. Kingsley, please, if you can go ahead.
My name is Kingsley Chukwebuka Oka. I am a student of University of Maryland local campus. I reside in Greenfield, Indiana. I try to major on information systems technology, and it's my pleasure to be part of the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. And TJ, are you there with us right now?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's work called him.
Okay.
But I can introduce him again. But
Okay, please.
it's
Yeah, please, if you will.
his name is TJ. He's a IT professional. He does informatica, so he does more programming. He works for the IRS. So he said this was an interesting topic. He'll be back with us shortly.
All right, thank you very much. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute you guys, and I'm gonna be quick because um time is not our friend. Actually, I have 20 minutes to do this. So please, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and mute you all, and at the end, I'm going to unmute everybody, and anybody that have any concerns, questions to ask, will go ahead. Thank you. Just to reconfirm again, hope you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can.
All right. So, like I was saying, the key aspect that we are going to be that's going to dominate this discussion will be to capture the critical element of project stakeholders. The stakeholders will be discussed in light of their contribution in their constitution, the and their individual roles. The work breakdown structure we also discuss at length with all stages that will be involved in the process. The final segment will encapsulate change management. The discussion will revolve around the essence of the external environment, omissions, value added, change, and risk response. The aim of the project is to help the Amazon company develop an app that will help in marketing the organization. The app will be the platform upon which the company will promote its services and goods. And like I said earlier, it is one thing to set a project and the other to take the project to completion in due time. Management design is vital in the process as it provides an integral map for the players in the course to flow. Every team member selected for the accomplishment of a project in an organization always has a role to play and therefore is often expected to put in enough effort to make the process flawless. Among the indispensable members of vital organizations, projects include stakeholders, sponsors, company staffs, the manager, and a section of loyal customers. The essence of projects in any company is to incorporate a positive change into the system, hence the milestone set to be accomplished. at each stage must have the potential to elicit a change. A work breakdown structure is among the preliminary activities that are highly considered and venerated because it guides the event's progress to the conclusive end. Therefore, this presentation will focus on the crucial roles that stakeholders will play in organizational change at Amazon organization, the essence of change management, and how work breakdown is structured so that functions are assigned shrewdly. We'll now, on this slide, we're going to be talking about the internal stakeholders, which is the IT team, Amazon market team, and company staff. And on the other side is the external stakeholders, which is outside developers, sponsors, customers. Project stakeholders are engaged when a project is already identified and its advent is due. Thus, the project of interest in this presentation is applying an IT innovation in Amazon companies by developing a mobile tracking app. The significance of the change project is to better the marketing force for company to reach an even broader market. Consumers from every part of the globe will be assessed as a platform will be created promoting the services and goods of the company. At the end of the project, the organization is expected to have successfully targeted customers based on their interest, locations, and demographics, while also tracking the outcomes of its marketing campaigns. Since most clients in the market these days use phones with either iOS or Android operating systems, the Google Play and the App Store will be the platform where the app can be downloaded. Amazon will try to make the application as straightforward as possible because every phone in the simplest can give its owners the luxury to access the services in the app. The second reason for the letter is that users new to smartphone can find it easy to operate the app. The manager in this case of the project will have the last word on the direction and pace of the project. The role of the manager is to therefore to ensure that the stipulated time of project completion is not disrespected. That being said, the stakeholders listed expected to endorse the ideas mentioned earlier will actively encapsulate technocrats alongside administrators. Therefore, the team consists of the information technology team, Amazon marketing team, and developers that will be identified from the organization external environment. The project manager as well will also check to confirm that the standard quality of the app is met. The information technology expert will be acquired from within the internal organization environment. The development of the app will be the role of this team. The team will also ensure that the app meets the technical specifications required. So the role of the development, like I said, the role of developing the app and designing it to meet needful technical specifications will be vested in the information technology team. In the event that Amazon realizes a deficit of internal resources to take the project to completion, the outside developers will come in handy to work on the project. And all the above divisions of labor will be under the oversight of the project manager, whose significant contribution to the project is to have superior control over every activity on the way. The marketing team and the outside developers. The project manager ensures that after the project manager ensures that the project progresses within the stipulated variables, in the sense that the budget allocation meets the demands. The project time frame for each phase of the project is met and the standards are also achieved. Also, the project manager will ensure that a proper communication channel is designed to create a link with other stakeholders so that as the project progresses, updates are shared to keep each member abreast, even though the manager will have the most involved role. The most control of projects, the most control of the project will be burdened on the IT team, which will be looked to for overall direction of the entire project, since they possess the technical skills to be implemented. The IT team, together with the marketing team, will regulate the involvement of the outside developers. Once the project is on the verge of conclusion, customers who have accessed the app will then be required to react genuinely to the utilities usefulness, the utility usefulness, effectiveness, and efficiency. Investors are the other vital players whose role is peripheral because they will solely be relied upon in scenes of financial crisis. Otherwise, their control over the project will be minimal. So generally, the marketing team will be recommending the features to be incorporated that will meet the demands of the market. That's what I was trying to explain. The outside developers will be standby in case the organization experiences a deficit of internal resources to complete the project that will be contracted. So now we move to change management, which is part of the external event. This segment will be informative about online software to be designed that will be used in detecting the authenticity of products. Crucial concepts here will be identifying the extent event. The later event will be directing the company to regulate and limit the process, downloading and installation. Tedious procedures in processes make companies get into unnecessary expenses, and thus many people will be restricted from installing if the process seems to show signs of posing strain. Charges can as well be introduced in the process to achieve the same. As a way of meeting the demands of consumers, designing software that has the potential to detect whether or not the product they are using is genuine or not is a move in the right direction. Now, the software identifies a product status by screening an application against the serial number and analyzing the results to ascertain whether or not the product they possess is original. The Amazon company may realize how popular and effective its app is and decide that any user interested in downloading it meets the charges tagged on it. That's kind of a way of marketing this app now. If there are any tedious procedures identified to accrue regarding acquiring and installing the app, the company might opt to regulate the number of people who can install the software. For that reason, it is clear that Amazon can decide to regulate its clients' freedom towards its available software. So errors in production and project scope. Here we talk about the omission error in production scope. This is the software to be developed should be accommodative towards the marginalized in the market, including the disabled, the low-income earners, and the computer semi-illiterate. The blind, for instance, are supposed to have a provision provided within the software that allows them to also enjoy the services. The software to develop is also supposed to accommodate these disables, so to speak, especially the blind. to say. If the organization goal in developing the software is reaching a vast market, then the blind, which form the group of the marginalized market segment, have to be accommodated too. Other than the disabled, the middle and low class members of society also expect to be accommodated. And the company can actualize this by ensuring that the application can still function even if the user is offline. Finally, the terms, condition of use for the app should capture its durability. The pilot study is meant to give in mitigating errors in project scope. A pilot study is primary before the software is available to the public. This is where we carry out the QA testing and all to make sure it's void of every bug and other before putting it into the market. The pilot study therefore is meant to give the company enough confidence in the workability of the product before the public access it. The process is important. This process is important because it allows the organization to detect any possible errors that can accrue as a result of built-in components. Value added change risk response. This including extra features in the software is a great ingredient in gaining a competitive advantage. A good example of an extra feature that can be incorporated include enabling the same software that checks authenticity of the product to also give information on the type of material used during the manufacturing process. The major risk that is run with the introduction of the software is that imitations can be produced of the same make but different functionality, and thus we end up misleading consumers. Timely measures are supposed to be crafted to protect the client through being transparent with product status. To reiterate a little bit to the omission error in the project scope, I was trying to explain that the preliminary phase of launching the application should encapsulate a pilot study. Here, the letter is so that clarity can be established on whether or not the product works. About the value added change and risk, I talked about the extra features, which is among the surest way to make a company become a more competitive player in the field. The task of checking if the product is original or not is crucial. However, introducing another provision that allows the application to inform the client of the materials used in making the product can be a source of loyalty and trust from the fan base. The type of material used to make a product is usually one of the key considerations that customers look for when shopping. Risks are always expected. Now we'll talk about risk. Of course, risks are always expected in every endeavor, in any corporate expedition. In this case, imitation can be imitation can be very easy to crop up as the new software gets designed on how it will detect product originality. Imitations of the same application can also be developed, which will serve a very different purpose from one that the customers will be expecting. The imitation might show a product to be genuine when in a real sense it is not. I'm just going to move ahead right now to the work breakdown structure. The work breakdown structure of any organization is any of the techniques employed for concluding a challenging and multifaceted project. The technique is characterized by the idea of breaking down big tasks into manageable sizes so that they can be accomplished in a reasonable period. Work breakdown can be accomplished through the division of staff to adopt a simultaneous task completion strategy, which further simplifies the project administration. The process has several steps, including pre-planning, planning, analysis, conceptual prototype, production, and closure. Before planning a project, some deliverables are put in some deliverables are put in place to lay a level ground. This step is considered preliminary, even though it has a colossal significance in the process among the issues it deals with. Um, the levels of the project team member and positions, roles, and responsibilities that new members get. The planning phase takes now. Talking about the planning phase. However, the planning phase takes off after the preliminary stage, and here are aspects that are gravely affected. That greatly affect the swiftness of the project through its life cycle. Team members remind themselves of their duties and ready to give their whole I'm running out of time, ready to give their whole. One second. Are we still there? Hello, is everybody there?
Yes, we're still here.
Okay. Okay. Is my screen still visible though? Do you still see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for confirming that. I had a little itch with the computer here. So after planning, we go to after the planning phase, we go to the analysis phase. We proceed after the planning. This assesses the preparedness of the key players. Material gathering is also done in the analysis stage as the conceptual prototype phase takes over. Some of the activities during this stage are accessible communications between members, quality assurance, process monitoring, strategy testing, and assessment of business requirements, among others. The production phase in this course is the most demanding of the whole collection. Much incremental testing is necessary to ensure the process runs smoothly. The final stage that is often overlooked is the closure. Now, this stage is very, very important, but some project managers tend to overlook this because they feel like they've gotten to the end of the project and they're already celebrating even before the product is being put out there in the market. Now, the final phase is epitomized by collection of feedbacks from the designated parties. Some activities that will be scrutinized include document evaluation, project completion verification, and identifying errors to avoid repeating them in future processes. This essence of the stage of is to evaluate the success in general, rate of the project, and gauge whether or not alternative options would have elicited better results. Well, that brings me to the end of this presentation. I hope I was able to put some things into clarification. If not, if anybody have any questions, comments, please let's make it quick as I'm running out of time at this time. Are we
Thank
there?
you. I have one question. So the methodologies and strategies you went over, these can be applied to any areas of project management, or were you looking at just a specific industry like tech industry, fintech, healthcare, or are you looking across the board with these strategies?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, it can be applied to any project, because as I explained earlier, it goes to talk about in general terms, how work breakdown structure is being carried out. Um, Talked about the stakeholders, people involved in a particular project and all. So yeah, it can be applied generally in any project in question.
Hi, Kingsley. I think a good presentation now there. So, my question would be around the resources. So, having discussed the work breakdown structure of the project, what is the resource component of it? How does resources come into it? How do you look at the RBS as the resource breakdown structure to make the project realistic?
Yeah, well, the resources now falls into the section of the work breakdown structure, because, like I said, during the work breakdown structure, that's where we have the preliminaries, and then we have the planning, then we have the analysis. So the resources falls into that area. While organizing the work breakdown structure, that's when we get we go down into the nitty gritty about getting the job done, as well as performing some QA testing on the product before putting it out there in the market. I am really short of time. I'm 6 minutes above my time. So if you guys don't mind, maybe another meeting will be scheduled to further explain this and entertain all questions and concerns. So thank you guys for participating. I really appreciate your time. I will get back to you guys in due course. Waiting for your responses too outside the board. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. What a nice one.